Hi, I'm Mark.
And this is Richard.
And this is this week's music review.
Okay, welcome to this week's MWP music review with myself, Mark, and Richard. And this week we go through the latest UK single releases that were released on Friday. So, before we start, now, it got me intrigued. Last week we spoke about Katy Perry and how many followers she had. So, and then you mentioned about Swiftie. I thought, and you know what? I'll have a look. So
Yeah,
this is what you do, isn't it? So Twitter, she's got 86.1 million followers, and on Instagram, she's got 133 million followers.
Wow, that's I've got 130. I thought I was doing quite well.
You're not even 1%. Oh dear. So I mean, to be honest, I looked at her Instagram account, and there's nothing really, I would say, mega special that she posts. You know, because when I follow someone, I like to see, you know, about not just sticking the songs on, going, oh, I've got a new song coming out, or what did it, you know, the other stuff that they're doing, you know, what they're up to, or you know, a bit of their insight of their life, isn't it? To
Yeah, I mean, I don't know with Taylor Swift and that, but she probably doesn't manage her Instagram account.
maybe not. No, I don't know.
You know, so like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I know what you mean. It'd be nice to see a bit more.
It would.
More going on.
Now, and also on the Swiftie thing, if you have Disney Plus, she just brought out her latest concert, Lovers, which is now on Disney Plus as a plug for her. No, or for Disney. I should get a commission here. But I like looking at concerts. Anyway, I have to say I really enjoyed it, and I put it on the MWP Instagram page, so that you can see it all there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good concert. It wasn't very long. It was only for an hour, I think. So I think she's just playing all new tracks from her album. But yeah, it's that's worth a look if you've got Disney Plus. Right, so we'll get on to the music review now. So we will start with Lennon Stella featuring Charlie Puth and Summer Feelings. Love the low beat at the start.
Yeah.
And I love the vibe in the track. And I liked her voice. I thought it suited the track really well. And I really enjoyed this track, and I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. Gave it a 4.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a great tune. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. Really, it's a summer feeling, isn't it? Yeah, funky, upbeat summer tune. I like the synth. Great vocals. Big fan of Charlie Puth.
Yep.
I love what he does. And yeah, great tune.
Okay. Next one is Marshmello with Hazley, and this is called Be Kind. I like the 80s synth in the background of the track. And it again, a great uplifting track. Really enjoyed it. Another 4.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was all right. I like dance tune. I thought the vocals were a bit samey. I don't know. This type of phrasing and singing and that. I just hear it all the time. And I gave it a 2. I really wasn't a fan of it.
Oh right, okay. You know, Marshmello's that dude who wears that lampshade on his head.
Yeah, I did check him out. Yeah, he's DJ producer, isn't he? Yeah,
he is. Yeah, because there's a few of them now, and you got obviously who wear the masks. So you got Daft Punk, you got Marshmello, and the Dead Mau 5. So Dead Mau.
Yeah.
So they wear these headgears. So they must be absolutely bloody boiling in that. Especially Daft Punk.
Yeah.
Although they probably got the money these days, haven't they? Where they got a fan inside or something to keep them nice and cool.
Probably, yeah.
Right, next one is Brett Aldredge, Gabrielle. Loved the piano at the start. His voice reminds me of the guy who sang in Toy Story. He goes, "You got a friend in me."
Randy Newman.
That's it. Couldn't think of his name. His voice reminds me of his.
Yeah, I got a slight kind of Michael Bublé vibe to the
Okay.
song. But yeah, I can see that. What score did you give it?
3.5.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on it. You know, it's singer-songwriter kind of stuff. Like I said, I thought it was kind of the Michael Bublé sort of thing. I liked his voice, but I only gave it a 2.
Oh, right, okay. High for me this week so far and low for you.
Yeah.
Right, next one, Jonas Brothers with Karel G, and this is called X. Now, Jonas Brothers, I've never been a fan of the Jonas Brothers. I did like one of the songs the brothers did, and it was a real summer smash hit. I think not last year, the year before. And I couldn't for the life of me remember what it was called.
We had a song of theirs in last week, didn't we?
I think probably.
Or the week before?
Probably. There's so many songs we do. But anyway, this one is... I like the guitar riff at the start. And then it gets into this salsa rhythm, which I really liked. And I would have no idea that was the Jonas Brothers because I thought it was someone else. And I think it's, for me, of all the stuff they've ever brought out, it's the best track I think they've ever done. So,
okay.
And there I am listening to it at my headphones and I'm jigging away like I'm on Strictly Come Dancing or something. And I really enjoyed it. So, yeah I was quite pleasantly surprised. So I give it a 4. Another 4.
Oh, wow.
I'm on a roll here.
dropping the 4s today, aren't you?
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the tune. Yes, it's upbeat. I found it quite cheerful, but again, it's just a bit. I've heard it all before. The sound of it and everything. I just thought it was a bit samey, and so I just gave straight down the middle 2.5.
Okay. Next one is Nell Bryden. Amy. Now, what have I put with this? Okay. Good feel track. Thought her voice suits the track. But that was about it, really. So I went down the middle and gave it a 2.5.
Yeah, I wasn't far behind that, really. Yeah, pop song. I found it a bit boring, a bit typical. And I gave it a 2.
A 2, okay. Okay, next one is good old Barry Manilow. Hey, when the good times come again, I tell you can't beat his Tropicana. Is it Yeah. Look, that's just a track that I think everybody knows. But I have to say, I was very disappointed with it. And I think after a while, I don't know about yourself, but it seems like they've run out of ideas what to do with the lyrics. It just repeat. And it's like they run out what to do. And I was very disappointed in it, so I only gave it 1.5.
Yeah, I was the same. It was, a bit slow, a bit boring. I mean, it's a ballad of some sorts. I don't know when this song was written, but obviously, it kind of hits on the times that we're in.
Yep.
And so I thought, a good message there with it, and but I was the same. I just gave it a 2.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, it's a shame really because I mean, I quite like some of Barry's stuff, but more of his early stuff. But yeah,
his early stuff he did a few years ago. He did an album. I didn't really check any of it out really, but he did an album where he was singing along. To old singers, like he was doing like a Frank Sinatra song, and then they were taking his part and mixing it in with his part and doing that kind of stuff. So I remember hearing one song he did with Louis Armstrong, and I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
Okay, and next one is Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande have teamed up with "Rain on Me." I actually, in the middle, with the chorus. It sounds like Kylie, Love at First Sight. in the chorus. Maybe I did it as why it's got it so reminds me of it. So and to me, it didn't really do anything for me. So I went down the middle and gave it a 2.5.
Yeah. I kind of liked it. I thought it was a cool tune.
Oh, okay.
Again, a feel-good tune. I quite like the bass line in it. I gave it a 3.
Okay. The 1975 tonight, they seem to be bringing out as much music as Charlie XCX seem to be in competition with each other, aren't they? The squeaky voice at the start, I thought, who's this? What band's this? It completely threw me. And then it goes into this Caribbean vibe for me.
Yeah.
And my head's nodding away, and it's a really good groove. I really enjoyed it. But it's not as good as the other ones, I didn't think. So I gave it a 3.5.
Well, the sample at the beginning, I don't know who's singing it or where they've sampled it, but the sample and is Just My Imagination by the Temptations.
Is it?
Yes, it's just my imagination running away with me.
Oh yeah,
that's the so, and they kind of use that running away with me sample throughout the song. At the beginning, they take sort of take the lyrics from Just My Imagination and like kind of use half a line of this and then half a line of that, but the melody is the same, but some of the lyrics slightly turned around, but which I kind of liked. At first, the minute I heard it, I was like, I need to find who this is. I can't. It's driving me mad. But yeah, and so yeah, I thought it was quite a groovy tune. And yeah, I thought it was fun. I gave it a 3.5.
Okay. Next one is Ellie Goulding and Power. Now, the last Ellie Goulding song we did is quite a while ago now. It must be a couple of months ago. I thought I think we both thought it was a bit dark. And to me, it wasn't a very good start. I mean, I like the chorus a lot, which saved it for me. If it wasn't for that, it would have got a 1. But because of the chorus, I gave it a 3.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I kind of like the bass line. It was quite groovy. I used to like Ellie Goulding, but I just don't like her voice anymore. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I think it's just there's no dynamic range in her voice.
Well, we said that last week, didn't we? About some artists, you just go off their voice and that's it. Song's ruined, isn't it?
Yeah. So I gave that a 2.5.
Okay. Carly Rae Jepson, This Love Isn't Crazy. Now, where's my notes on this? Okay, so slow start, then it starts to build up, and then the beat really starts going up. And I really enjoyed it. So, to be honest, I'm looking forward to the remix version on the clubs. Yeah. So I think it will be if they do a real good remix of this, I think it'll be a cracking track. But this version, I gave it a 3.5.
I really haven't got much to say to it, really. Say about it, but I just gave it a 2.5, straight down the middle.
Okay. Okay, this one is Cargo and The Truth, and I like the beat, and I like the echo effect on the lady's voice. She does this, that's how to describe it on the podcast. When she starts singing at the end, he goes whoa 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 whoa, something like that. And I quite like that. I thought, I might use that. And so yeah, a great dance track. 3.5.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. 3.5. I generally like the tune. I love the chord progression and the chord movements in them in the tune. And same.
Okay. Next one is Sia and Together. You quite like Sia, don't you? Is that right?
Yeah, I don't mind Sia.
Yeah. Slow start again, but then you're getting ready for this build up. But it didn't do anything for me at all, I'm afraid. Yeah. So I just went in the middle, 2.5.
I genuinely quite liked it. Like the bass line, upbeat. I quite like the lyrics in it. and I gave it a 3.
Okay. Next song, Nick Jonas, Until We Meet Again. I was quite surprised, actually. The Jonas Brothers have brought a song out, and then Nick's brought one out on his own. I thought they'd probably spread it a bit, but anyway, it is what it is. Track did nothing for me whatsoever. I thought it was just boring, so gave it a 2.
Yeah. I kind of liked it. It's a little bit gospel, R&B, quite smooth. And yeah, I gave it a 3. I thought it was all right.
Okay. Next one, Snoop Doggy Dogg. So I want to go outside. 1.
Oh really? Oh man, come on. Jeez.
So 1. I thought I bet Rich likes this one.
Yeah. I like it, man.
Yeah.
It's typical Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
It's a summer song. You know, it'd be great. You know, it's upbeat, groovy. At the beginning, there's like a spoken intro by Willie Dynamite,
right?
Who sounds exactly like Will Smith, but actually, if you look Willie Dynamite up, he's a character from a film. That's all I know. I really liked it. I gave it a 4.
Okay, the next band is The Fizz, formerly known as Bucks Fizz. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You knew that, okay. The world we left.
No, I didn't. I had to look it up.
Oh, did you not?
Because I was. No, I can't say I've spent my childhood listening to Bucks Fizz. So,
Making your mind up.
Yeah.
I know. I like the Bucks Fizz back in the day. They were catchy tunes, but this one they've now changed the name to the Fizz. I think there are some legal reasons why they had to change the name, if I remember.
There was, wasn't there? Yeah. I remember something.
Yeah. I nearly did a gig with them once, but they were on during the day or another stage at the same time, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, this song is called The World We Left Behind. And actually, I like the Fleetwood Mac riff they've got on it.
Yeah.
And I thought for an 80s band, the song's kind of cheesy, but I thought it's a really good effort. And compared to... Tony Hadley brought an album out a couple of years ago. I thought it was utter dreadful. But at least, and I've listened to a few of the songs on this album they've just brought out, and I thought it's good. So I really enjoyed this track. So I gave it a 4.
Do you know what? I think the reason they couldn't take the name Bucks Fizz was because one of the members of Bucks Fizz, who's not in the Fizz, owns the rights to Bucks Fizz.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Because I think they didn't want to reform and do it, and they didn't want to give the name up. But yeah, as soon as I listened to it, not really knowing who they are, it's just a bit cheesy pop. A bit Eurovision sort of thing going on. Do you know what?
It's funny that that's what they were in. They won it.
But I did go on to their other stuff, their other albums, and clicked on a few tunes, and I thought they were all right. But yeah, I'll give it a 2.5.
Yeah, I think that my favourite song of the Bucks Fizz is Land of Make Believe, do. Do you know that one? No.
No, I don't. No.
Well, perhaps if we do a gig with them, then you can watch them, can't you? And go, oh yeah, I know that one now.
Yeah.
Right, the next one is we're on to yours now. So Maria May, Baby. What do you think?
It's kind of got a hip hop beat to it. I like the vocals. And that I gave it a 2.5.
Oh, right, I went far. It didn't do anything for me, so I just give it a 2. India Jordan, Rave City. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the kind of soundscape at the beginning, the kind of intro thing. It's sort of, it's dance music. Is dance producer, I think. Does a lot of, and it's rave girl. It's rave music, I guess. And I thought it was all right. It's nothing special for me, so I just gave it a 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously doing dance music myself. I mean, there's dance music I like and don't, and this is it's too dancey because there's some of the dance music, isn't it? It's quite heavy, really.
Yeah.
And this is too heavy for me, as I quite like it light-hearted, a bit like stuff like Duke Dumont does or Sigala, or that's my kind of dancey stuff I quite like. So unfortunately, it didn't do anything for me at all. So I'll give it a 1.
Right. Yeah.
So hola, Bliss. I think it's how you actually pronounce the name.
Ola. Yeah.
Ola, is it? No, Ola.
Ola.
Ola. Oh, Disney. Hey, that reminds me. Changing the subject. Yeah. Oh, remember our mate Rod?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
he's at number 1.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. I can't believe that. There's me. What was it? The baby and Rod.
Yeah.
He went to number 1. Couldn't believe it. That tickled me a bit. Anyway, Hola Bliss. We only live once. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the bass sound, like the beat to it. Generally quite liked it. I'll give it a 3.5.
Okay. I liked it. A very deep bass. I thought I had a bit of synth in it. 80s vibe to it, and I gave it a 3.0. Right, so that's it for this week's music review. As ever, we can't play the music because due to copyright, but if you go to our Spotify account and search MWP playlist with a pink logo, you'll be able to find it on there with all the songs we've talked about today and all the previous podcast shows. We keep all the songs on there to keep you busy. Okay, so now we move on to the world music news. Not news, is it? World Music Review. Get it right. Okay, so now we move on to the World Music Review. So this week, as ever, me and Rich pick a country to look at the charts in that particular country. So this week we're on to Belgium. So we usually pick the top 10, but when I looked at the tracks on Friday for us to review, most of the tracks we've already done.
Right.
Yeah, I know. So we're doing the top 20, and we've picked 5 tracks. So in no particular order, and obviously we did this on Friday, and we called this on Sunday. So obviously they might be out of the top 20 by now. So, but at the time they were in the top 20. So now these names I tell you every week. Reggie. Come what?
Yeah.
Come what? Ditch to bitch. I can't pronounce that. I'm very sorry.
Ditch to but yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Sounds very Eurovision to me. And it's got a really good beat. I mean, I really enjoyed the track, but it would sound like it could have been on Eurovision. And I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah, I didn't think much of it. It's a pop song. It was kind of like it's a nice, clean, no frills kind of song, And I gave it a 2.5.
Okay. Next one is Topic and Breaking Me. Brilliant dance tune. I think it's going to be a massive tune in the clubs. This one, really enjoyed it. Give it a 4.
I wasn't far behind, to be honest. I generally quite liked it. I thought the cool vocals. I thought the chorus was really catchy. And I gave it a 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. Next track is what's the name? Surf Messer. I Love You Baby featuring Amelia. So love this track. And there's obviously sample comes from I love you, baby, and if it's quite all right. There's my singing again.
Yeah. Who's that by?
It's
I
by
can't remember. Frankie Valli.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you know what? When I first listened to this, I thought we've reviewed this song before, but I couldn't find it in any of my notes or the list. But yeah, it sounded. I must have heard it in the car or something like that. What score did you give it again?
4.
Oh, you really liked it then?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I found it quite boring. It really didn't do much for me, so I just gave it 2.5.
Okay. Next one is BENEE, Super Lonely. I love this track. Brilliant. It's got a really cool groove to it. And I gave it a 4.5.
I like the guitar in it. I like the vocals. It's simple groove in it. That just nice upbeat tune. And I gave it a 3.
Okay, the next one is Tones and I, Dance Monkey. I like the start of the track. It's all right. Nothing mega special. But I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3.5. I generally quite liked it. I like the vocals in it.
Okay. Okay, that brings us to the end of the World Music Review from Belgium. And what me and Rich are going to do every week now is we're going to pick our favourite track from all the ones we've talked about today, and then give it our track of the week. I suppose we should call it, shouldn't we? Track of the week. So we're going to pick a track. So what was your favourite this week?
So I'm gonna have to go with Snoop Dogg. I want to be outside.
Oh, well done.
Loved it. Great tune.
So mine is from the Belgium chart. So the BENEE, Super Lonely. I just love this track. So that's my track of the week. So right. So thank you for listening. As ever, if you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share the podcast. And as me and Rich will be back next week to review some more new music. And I have no idea what country we're at next week. I said it was Bulgaria last week, but I got it completely wrong.
I have no idea.
No. So we were back next week for another review. And as ever, if you want to see what we're up to, please pop over to our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. It goes on. And have a look. And
all the socials.
All the socials, that's correct. And look for MWP. And you'll be able to find us on there, and you can see all the information we put on our social media. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in. So it's goodbye for me.
It's goodbye for me.